I am a retired cat burglar, AMA. Well, I quit the practice quite a while ago, but perhaps I can satisfy any burning questions any of you may have. Questions about safety, the answers to which will probably terrify you, the why and how, or just about anything, are quite acceptable. Obviously, I'm using a throwaway for this, and yes, I'm using protection to hopefully keep myself safe, so please be a bit understanding if I happen to be responding slower than you'd like. And to answer what I know will be the single biggest question, no, I never got caught. I quit of my own choosing after moving away and finding a decent job. Were you ever afraid of a homeowner with a gun? That's about the only thing I was truly afraid of. My house was robbed once. Someone obviously showed up to the house halfway through and freaked the person out because there was a whole heap of our stuff stacked at the front door. They only got away with a few bits and pieces, but the thing that freaked me out the most was the fact my brother's ashes were stacked on top of everything. Disgusting piece of shit, whoever it was. Exactly how many cats have you burgled? As a non-native English speaker, I had never heard this expression before, and clicked on the AMA hoping for some crazy stories about a guy kidnapping cats and asking for ransoms. I am disappointed. I've never burgled any cats, but if you count the dogs I've bribed, it's probably in the 30 to 40 range. I never actually stole them though, just bribed. We talkin' doggy treats or horse tranquilizers here, browski? Why do poor people always steal from other poor people? I never understood that myself. They don't have anything really worth it, and are significantly more likely to have somebody at home. My best guess is that the crooks are afraid of alarms or such, but really, I never could figure that out. What socioeconomic class did you rob? I generally tried to hit the wealthier families. For one, they had better goods, and two, I felt that they were better able to recover from losing a few $100s worth of goods in cash. I was pretty bad off at the time, so I didn't want to worsen someone else who was in a similar situation. How much preparation, planning went into each hit? Did you do more than one house at a time? See Cinest's post for planning. I never hit more than one house at a time in a single area. That would have been too risky. I did 2 houses in a row once, but that was across town from each other. The most I ever did was 3 in one day, and that was because it was Christmas, and those people were obviously away for the holidays. Did you ever rob the rich and give to the poor? Yourself not counting as the poor, that is. No, I always used it for myself. I know that Robin Hood comment I made may not exactly be the best metaphor, but it is close enough. Wait, so you're a smash and grab guy? Isn't a cat burglar a nimble fellow in black with a rope and a grappling hook that cuts a perfect circle in the window with a diamond? What kind of cat burglar smashes a window with a rock, grabs a fistful of jewelry, and runs off? The kind that is not a Hollywood actor. Wouldn't an easy way to tell if someone is home is to just ring the doorbell? If they answer, just find something to ask them. Have you seen my cat? She ran off the other day. Sure, but it would have gotten pretty obvious, since I hit the same general neighborhoods more than once. Tip to any gamers. If you have Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, Skype, whatever, turn up your speakers and leave it on when you're not at home. I've scared myself shitless numerous times thinking someone was in my house. That's actually not a bad idea. Where was the first place you looked for valuables in a house? On the kitchen counter. Check my response to Piglet24 for a more detailed answer. I hope someone robs you, so you can go through the trauma that you've inflicted on other people. Where did you sell the goods? Pawn shops, usually. If enough time had passed, or the items were generic enough, in the paper. Craigslist wasn't around at the time. How much harder, or easier, is it to steal from an apartment which is on the 2nd floor or higher? What would your approach be if the apartment block had a motorized gate and perimeter fencing? From a place that isn't on the ground floor? It wouldn't be very easy. Climbing takes time and ladders are pretty obvious if you are carrying them around. I never hit a gated community, so I don't know what I would have done to get around them. Speaking as a victim of a burglar, I find your lack of remorse rather disturbing. I also find it disheartening that the Reddit community would show so much acceptance for someone who has no regard for the people around them. I don't know what this says about me, but I hated you a lot less when I realized that you weren't kidnapping cats. Ever have a run-in with an assistant district attorney that started with a power shunt and ended months later with psychologically damaging Polaroids? I'm going to guess this has something to do with a TV show or a movie, but I have no clue as to which or what. Did you ever break into the same place more than once? No, but I hit next-door neighbors, across the street neighbors, and backyard neighbors on a few occasions. Did you ever hit any apartments, or did the possibilities of others being near enough to hear deter you? I avoided apartments. Far too many people in a far too enclosed area. The noise would have been a dead giveaway, and from my own experiences, people in apartments are more likely to take notice of those sounds than are people in normal homes. Have you ever been robbed? No, but I don't exactly live in a high crime area anymore either.